Hey guys, welcome to the Field of 68 YouTube channel. If you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button and you'll get more college basketball content just like this. Now, by Michigan State head coach Tom Izzo, who was able to get into the NCAA tournament. Tom, we are live. It is great to see you, my man. Congratulations on getting in. You got yourself Chris Jans and Mississippi State in the first round of the dance. How do you feel about that?
Well, I'm just studying him a little bit. I saw him play a little bit. Rick Barnes, a good friend of mine, Calipari, so I watched those games, but I didn't watch them I watched them as a fan, not as a coach. But I think you're right. They're physical, they're big. Randall, you want to play for me the one game? You got any eligibility left? I need a shooting guard, so maybe I can do it.
Coach, I would love to play for you. I've told this all the time. You're my favorite coach in the game. I've said this. Your fans vilified me for saying about your team that you struggled to score during the year, like I was anti-Tom Izzo. And I'm like, he's my favorite freaking coach in the country. I would have loved to play for you, but apparently I wasn't good enough, man. You didn't recruit me. I got to talk to other
let me tell you, Randall, I made a lot of mistakes in this job. You would be one of them. But you're right about us. We have struggled to score at times, and then other times, we played Baylor and we look like a fast break team that like no other. So we've had our ups and downs, but we've been fairly consistently in every game. It's just finding a way to win them at the end. We've had a lot. I think we've had 8 games with 2 minutes left. It's tied or we're down 2. So we've got some things that we can do. We're pretty good defensively. We just came off a football game on hardwood playing Purdue. And I think that's the way this game, from what I hear, against Mississippi State, very physical team. And I mean, that's the Big Ten. So that part doesn't bother me, even though we're not as physical as some of the teams you're used to seeing of us.
Hey, Tom, does this ever get old? Like the tournament today, selection Sunday? I know you were probably more nervous today than you've been on most selection Sundays.
Yeah, I got to admit, I was feeling pretty good after we beat Northwestern. Then we beat Minnesota, took Purdue to a big game, and everybody predicted, oh, you're in for sure, And then all of a sudden I'm watching TV last night about 11 o'clock, and they said, you're a bubble team. And I see all these number ones getting beat, and I'm asking, what the hell's going on out there? I thought it was Vince Lombardi, like, what are we doing? And so I was nervous today. I didn't sleep much last night, nervous today, but no, it doesn't get old. It doesn't get old. There's something about the NCAA tournament. It's one of the greatest sports spectacles of any, especially the way it drags on. The Super Bowl's great. And I guess the Kentucky Derby, the Masters, but this thing drags on over weeks. And I think it's one of the best.
Tom, you guys were, according to a lot of the amateur armchair bracketologists, one of those teams that were kind of, are they in? Are they not? What has the last couple of days been like for you, knowing that, you're going to find out your fate here at 6 o'clock on Sunday afternoon?
Well, Rob, in all honesty, it was a little better after we beat Northwestern than Minnesota in the tournament. And, but then last night was not a good sleeping night. Because we've gone 26 straight years, and so what? Wet records are made to be broken. But I think we're a good enough team. But I don't blame anybody for questioning us. We just haven't been able to. We've been consistently inconsistent. And with veteran guards and a veteran coach, I think we both got to take blame for that. And so I am taking some blame for it. But at the same time, we played a lot of people. We beat Illinois. We played them to a 2 or 3 point game down there. We beaten Baylor. We played Duke. Arizona was a 3 point game. We were up 3 with 2.5 minutes left. We played all those teams. Purdue, right to the wire, even at their place. So playing them to the wire means you're good enough. Finishing it means you got to make some free throws, a jump shot, or coach a little better. So I'll try to do my part. Hopefully they'll do their part.
Coach, no one takes all the smoke like you do. You literally take on anybody, no matter what your lineup, your group is. I wish more teams and more schools who are sitting around in a bubble complaining would kind of follow your formula, because I think that's the biggest reason why you're in. Having said that, what's your take on the tournament expansion talk and all that stuff? Are you more of a traditionalist and you want it to stay the way it is? How do you feel about that?
Well, part of me wanted to stay the way it is because I'm worried it gets watered down. But when we were going into the last bracket today, I wanted to expand it right on the spot because I didn't know if we were going to get in. But I think that the problem is there's getting to be so many good teams. I'm not saying there's many great teams, but the parity right now, because of a lot of reasons, NLI, transfer, kids don't want to sit behind anybody, and so they're all going different places. And so I'm afraid maybe we have to expand it some, but it better be done delicately because it ain't broke. So I don't see why we want to fix it. I like it the way it is, but I'm also feeling for certain teams that I see not making. We played Indiana State this year. I'm telling you, Randall, great freaking team. They're really good. They just missed getting in, and it's tough. It's always tough for 2 or 3 teams. But I did like what you said because John Chaney, many years ago when he told me he wanted to play me. I said, I don't want to play you. I didn't even know him, but I knew what his teams were like. And he said, if you play the best people, it'll help your program. And I played him twice, my second and third year. We got beat by 1 and we got beat by 2. And one day he talked to my team and he told them, I had Mateen Cleaves in that group. And he said, your coach is trying to play the best. You better play for him. And he said it with his colorful language. A year later, we went on to win the national championship. And so I've always believed that scheduling helps you. But there's times I question my own sanity.
Let me tell you about our newest partner for the month of March, SplashSports, the home of certified community competition, where you get to play against your friends and not the house. Whatever game it is that you are playing, from survivors to tiers to pick X, the safest way to play for real money without the hassle of having to track down deposits or worry about payments is through Splash. They have partnered with PaySafe, the best deposit and payment system in the world, to ensure that money stays in safe hands and is delivered to the right places. To join the Field of 68 Survivor Madness, click the link in our profile below and join in. Entries are $5 a pop with a prize pool of up to $4,500. Winner take all.
Hey, Tom, before I let you go, last thing, a little bit off topic. You gave me personally one of the best moments of the season this year. I almost started crying. I was damn close with you and your kid, with Stephen Izzo, senior night, in that interview, man. He lost it. I almost lost it. What was that like? Because I remember me and you down in your house when Stephen Izzo was a young kid, and I think you called him a knucklehead to me. I think that was the word you used to describe him at that point. And, man, he has matured and on the team. It was so cool. So cool.
Well, my wife's in the room, so you just got me in trouble. I'll be sleeping on the couch now, thanks to you. But it was the greatest thing I did. He's a little guy, and he's, I can't say he's a player. Judd used to call those guys 30-30-30 guys. They play when we're 30 ahead, 30 behind, or there's 30 seconds left to go in the game. But I'm going to tell you something. It was the greatest 30 seconds. And taking him places, and Madison Square Garden, playing Kentucky, and there's this little guy out there. I didn't get to spend enough time with him growing up, because I'm trying to take care of 15 other guys. And this 4 or 5 years has been special, so I appreciate that. It was a little tearful for me, too, and that was his first basket. It took him 5 years, but damn it, he got it, He might catch you, Randall, on that, that Wake Forest scoring level. So be careful.
Hey, not a problem, Coach. You are absolutely my all-time favorite. Nothing but
the best month of the year is here, which is why you need to know that we are now partnered with BetMGM. We'll be using BetMGM lines to make all of our picks, and we'll have special offers for the listeners and the viewers of the Field of 68 all through the NCAA tournament. If you haven't signed up for BetMGM yet, you can use the bonus code FIELD, and you will get up to a $1,500 first bet offer on your first wager with BetMGM, regardless of whether or not that bet hits. Here's the best part. All you need to do is deposit and bet $10 of your hard-earned money. This is how you make it work. Download the BetMGM app and sign up using the bonus code FIELD. Deposit at least $10 and place your first wager on any game. And you get up to $1,500 in bonus bets, regardless of the outcome of your bet. Just make sure you use that bonus code FIELD when you sign up. Most importantly, we do have some fun stuff coming for the conference tournaments and especially for the NCAA tournament. Bet insurance tokens, college hoops odds boosts, and what I love the most, a nice parlay boost for anything you could possibly imagine betting on in the NCAA tournament, from odds and getting an at-large bid to Final Four futures to the highest seed to make to the Sweet 16. I'm calling it right now. BetMGM is the king of the prop bet for your March Madness needs. So go download the BetMGM app, use the code FIELD, and sign up today. And while I've got you, a quick request: the best way to support the Field of 68 and our content you get for free is to engage with us. Rate and review the pod, like and share the YouTube videos, tell your friends about us. It helps in a world where the algorithm is king.